Cancer, thank you so much for choosing me and trusting me with your reading. And welcome to I Am the Monad Tarot. This is going to be your reading, Cancer. I'm going to pull some cards here from the Karma Cards deck. Okay, for Cancer. See what we get for Cancer. Once again, Cancer from the Karma Cards. Okay, one. Cancel this. Two. All right. Cancer, here we have, I only want three, okay? In the seventh house, I feel like maybe you're going to have to be diplomatic about something concerning a relationship, possibly, okay? I think this one came out over that one right there. This might be a life or death issue, okay? You're going to have to use your power, I feel like, all right? And being diplomatic, maybe your willpower, okay? Possibly resources that you're able to get from other people. Okay, it's going to be, I'm seeing stir up the situation, okay? And be open to new ideas, okay, in order to be diplomatic, I feel like, concerning a relationship. All right, let's see how that may ring true here with your tarot reading, okay? From the Alien Tarot deck. Let me get you some good shuffles in, Cancer. One butterfly shuffle. Give you a nice three-way split, Cancer. Two shuffles for Cancer. One. Two. All right, Cancer, let's get into it. All right. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I feel like Cancer has something to do with new ideas. Okay. You're trying to, I feel like, think of something else you can do. Okay. Or possibly how to do something else, how to approach a situation differently. Okay. I'm hearing something about you don't want to choose your battles, I feel like, in the way that you have before. Okay. Maybe some battles that you chose were, maybe you're looking and thinking that, okay, there wasn't a battle I needed to choose. Maybe you need to be diplomatic about some shit, okay? Do things differently, okay? So I feel like maybe you are, I feel like you just don't know what to do. But I feel like you know you need to do something differently, okay, in order for things to move along in your favor. It's like, what can I feel like you may be feeling like it's something that you're missing about yourself, okay? Something, an area within, okay, an area of your life that you haven't explored yet, okay? Or that you, not so much explored, but that you haven't found yet. It's like, what would make me happy, okay? That's the energy I feel here, okay? You want to know what would make you happy, okay? Once again, if I do, I need a little bit more. If I do something different, okay, but you don't know what to do. Okay. You might be doing some researching here, okay, trying to figure out your options. Okay. I don't know, you may feel like you're under some kind of judgment as well. Okay, let me get my glasses, hold on. All right. I feel like, yeah, you trying to figure out what is going to make you happy here. But it's like a new thing, something new that I feel like you have to embark on that you haven't discovered yet. But something in yourself, it's kind of like, what else do I like? You understand what I'm saying? Maybe you're bored. Okay, maybe you feel like you've been living the same old life, doing the same old thing over and over again constantly. Okay, there's something else, but I feel like you recognize and realize it's something else within you. I'm hearing, what would make me change? Okay, what would make me different? What would make me enjoy life more? These are some of the things I feel like you're asking yourself. Okay, and you're trying to do some. You might even be like on a doing, like I said, you might be doing some research like self help, reading like self help books. I mean, how can I change the trajectory of my life? There's got to be something more. There's got to be something else. There's got to be something more that I like, something else I want to do. Okay, someone else that I want to be. Okay, besides this, I've been doing like the same old thing over and over and over again, constantly. Okay, like beating a dead horse. Okay, like maybe doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. They call that and confirmation. They call that insanity. You know. Okay. Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Okay, eating the same food over and over again, expecting it to make me feel like it used to feel the way it used to fill me up. Okay, activities, food, music. It's just like the same thing. Okay, I'm hearing plunder. Okay, but I feel like you're trying to find out what else do I like, what else do I love. But of course, I think that you have come to understand and recognize that you're not going to know unless you do it. Okay, you don't know what you love unless you do it. you know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah, okay, because I feel like that's where you are. And I feel like you're in a place here where you're being very truthful with yourself. You may have met someone here. Okay. Yeah, I feel like you, maybe on your journey of life, you met a woman, okay? I feel like this woman that you met is very different. Different than, and I don't think this is a romantic situation here, okay? But I feel like this is someone that you met that's very different. I do feel like, okay, it is someone in feminine energy, but I do feel like it was a woman who's very different than anybody you've ever met before in your life, different than the women that you've met in your. Now they might not be different to another group of people, okay, but they're different for you, okay, and to you, okay. Their energy is different. I'm even hearing their smile is different. The way they walk, the way they talk, their outlook on life is different. I feel like this may have been a very spiritual person, or a person who, that's what they, dabbled in the spiritual realm. Okay. Or you might have seen this person as a spiritual figure. I'm hearing spiritual enlightenment. They may have said things to you and shared things with you that brought you some enlightenment, okay? Some spiritual things of a spiritual nature. I feel, Cancer, that this woman here, you looked at this woman, it's almost through a different eye, through a different lens. I feel like you saw a beauty in this woman, okay? But if the woman might have been physically beautiful, physically attractive, but much more so than that. Okay, this person's attraction went beyond that. It's like of a spiritual nature, spiritual. It's just different to you. Okay, everything about this person was just different to you. Okay, I mean, they talked to me about things, shared things with me that I had never heard of before, seen, okay, or even seen before. Okay. You like their nature, you like their beauty. But again, it's not just a physical beauty, but I do feel like this person may have been physically attractive. And the reason I'm speaking in the past is because I don't think this person is in your life anymore, here with the Two of Cups in reverse. This might have just been somebody that you were only to meet for a short period of time, someone that you were only to have in your life for a short period of time. But this person had made a lasting impression on you. I heard the word imprint, okay? But they made a lasting impression on you. And even I feel like, you might have even the things that this person said to you. And I feel like maybe at the time you might have even bucked up against some of the things that they were saying because it was so different. Okay, things that you had never heard of before in your life. Okay, so I feel like you lived in a world of assumptions. Okay, that many people do, just assuming that everyone that they meet and everybody that they come across is just like them. Okay, especially if you're the same complexion, race, you know, so on and so forth. Okay, but this person was not. So I feel like there might have been times you didn't, in general, you didn't like some of the things that they were saying. I'm here, I didn't trust, okay, their word. You didn't trust some of the things that they were saying. Okay, how could that be? How could they know that? How could this person might have been insightful and psychic, okay, or just simply in tune, able to see, okay, the third eye open here. Okay, I'm also hearing something about their crown chakra. You looked at this person, I'm hearing is very brave. Okay, they were a brave soul, courageous. Okay, I'm hearing something about lot in life. Their lot in life you may have felt was dismal. Okay, and you may have felt that because their outlook was so different, okay, than most people that you had come across. I feel like, especially a woman, right? But I feel like where you are now, I don't know how long ago this was, but again, I don't feel like this person is in your life now. But however long ago it was, again, you may have bucked up against it. You didn't trust their word, so on and so forth. They're just too different. Okay, which might have, in some ways, I felt like it was in it kind of pulled you in, but at the same time, it was off-putting. You didn't know what to do with it, like you couldn't relax in it. Okay, in this person's energy, in their aura, I'm even hearing. Okay, this person's light might have been too bright. You know how they say their light irritates your demons. Okay, this person, I feel like they made you uncomfortable. But again, what it was is the truth that they spoke. But at the time, you may not have looked at it as truth. Okay, you didn't understand it. Okay, I mean, I didn't feel it. You know, like I wasn't feeling it. Okay, their nature. Okay, it's like tone down. You wanted this person to tone down, but they can't tone down who they are. Okay, and they wouldn't tone down themselves. Okay, you can't. I'm hearing you can't expect them to tone down. Okay, you know, feel like your sensibilities. Okay, and I feel like you know that and understand that now. I'm hearing you look at this creature. You may have looked at this woman as a creature. You look at this creature now, okay, as something to be admired or someone to be admired. I'm hearing I trust her now. So wherever you are, however long ago this was, you where you're at now, you trust this person's word now, but you didn't then. But I trust it now, and I want it back. You want this person back into your life. You want their energy. Okay, I don't mean in a way of to harvest it and all of that type of thing. You just want to bask in that energy now, the energy that before you were repelled, that repelled you before. It's like I want it back now. I want their energy back now. It meant so much to me, and I'm here. It's meant so much to me then, but it's like now it means even more to me now. I see someone, you might have been in some kind of romantic connection with this person, because I see someone laying on a bed, clutching a pillow. Okay, not at rest, swaying back and forth, wishing that this energy was in your world, in your realm now. Okay, I feel like even in your arms now. You may, some of the things they said to you in the past, you may look now and hear those words now, and now you just like, now I understand again. Because like I said, I heard you trust their word now. You want them back. You wish they were back in your life. Okay. I feel like this person is not going to come back. Again, this might have just been a fly-by-night type of thing. Okay. I don't mean, you know, like a one-night stand. I just mean like for a short period of time. You might have been brazen with this person, like cold with this person, heartless with this person. Okay. You wanted them to tone down. So you might have done things and said things to try to shut this person down. And I feel like now, excuse me, I feel like now you wish that you hadn't have treated them, okay, with that kind of harshness. You might have been trying to outwit them. Okay, I'm smarter than you. I'm better than you. You know, what are you talking about? That sounds stupid. That's ridiculous. Where did you get that idea from? I feel like you may have talked to them like that because, again, the things that they said made you very uncomfortable. You couldn't trust it. I'm hearing once again. This person spoke in like, I'm hearing like in tongues. Okay, but not like what I mean, a different tongue. In other words, not another language, but they were saying things that you had never heard of before. So in a way, yeah, another language. Okay, but you know, not another language. You that might have been what brought this relationship to a close. Okay, it's like we couldn't even be friends. This is what I'm hearing. We couldn't even be friends. We couldn't come together in friendship. Okay. I didn't trust this person. Once again, I didn't trust their word. All right. Hold on, please. This person, they had your mind spinning. It's like the things that they said to you. That's the thing about I couldn't trust it. The fear. Well, that's what it was, fear. Had you in a place where, you weren't comfortable with what they were saying. Because I feel like it may have made it did something to your mind, like split. Like in one respect, okay, I get what she's saying. But in another respect, no, I ain't grow up with that. But then back here, maybe I should try what she's talking about. Maybe I should look into it. But up here, that's dangerous. You understand what I'm saying? Mind split. Okay. How can I trust that? That's what I'm hearing. Okay. How can I come together as one with this being here? Again, I don't understand this whole thing about not looking at this person as a human being. Okay, but calling this person a creature and a being as opposed to a human just like you. Okay, unless you're not human and they are. I shouldn't have said that, right? But why are you looking at this person like that? Simply because why were you? Simply because their thought process was different, or they grew up in a different, maybe they grew up differently than you. I mean, it's a whole world. It's a big world. Is it because maybe they're the same skin color as you or something like that? So you just assumed that they would think like you or like everybody else that you've met? Or maybe most of the people that you come in contact with, they all think like, along the same lines, and then here somebody comes to break that shit up. Okay. And that's exactly what her words, the thing that she said, her outlook, I'm even in the word outcome. It just like, it was breaking up your foundation. Okay. And that caused you some fear, trepidation. Let me make sure. Yeah. Fear, agitation. That something was going to happen. Okay. Anxiety. You may have even got to the point where you were trying to, I already said it, you wanted to tone this person down. It's like you may not have said this to this person, but it was like in your mind, shut up. Stop talking. I don't want to hear that. Okay. I like you. Why can't you just be normal? Why can't you just be regular like everybody else? Okay, this person's not regular like everybody else. This person is who this person is. I feel like you felt like maybe out of alignment, like you couldn't be yourself. I'm seeing the lover, so I feel like this was a romantic relationship. But earlier I wasn't sure, but I see it now. This was someone that you had a romantic relationship with, and the problem is because they were so different. I'm hearing out of alignment with you. You may have felt like that. What does it say? The scripture about to be not unequally yoked. Okay. I feel that where you were then, you could not see yourself growing with this person and being successful with this, having a successful outcome. You could not see them being a spouse to you, a wife, mother of your children. I mean, this person, wow. That trepidation, that agitation. caused you a lot of that. You didn't show it though. I feel like the way you showed it was being brash, mocking this person, making fun of them. I'm hearing unwilling to move, unwilling to change, unwilling to grow. I don't want to hear anything they have to say. Okay. But it's because I can't handle it. You could not handle it. It was too much. So the fear, you would mock her words. But I feel like this person could have changed together, could have changed your whole life. See, you came in contact with this person for a reason. Again, they were breaking up your whole foundation. There can be no resurrection without destruction. Okay. There had to be a destruction to come into place for you to, okay, rise, maybe to whom it is that you are destined to become. And this woman may have been the catalyst for that. Let me see something real quick. There's a betrayal. You may have done, okay, Cancer, if this wasn't you doing to this person, maybe this was done to you. Okay. You might have done magic on this person. This person disturbed your shit so much. That agitation, that trepidation agitated the hell out of you so much, but it was fear. In other words, this person, I don't want to say they did it, but because they didn't do it like set out to do it, but there was so much fear here in your heart and in your mind. This person put so much fear in you. I'm here out of alignment. That it's like you came out of alignment. And you resorted, I feel like, or Cancer, maybe it was done to you. Take it as it resonates, okay? Okay. But that you were out of alignment, that you resorted here to low vibrational practices and work to manifest your desired reality. I feel like that it's something like mind theirs or shut down, shut up. Don't cross my path any longer. And guess what? They're not crossing your path any longer. But now you're living in a world where of truth, or trying to find the truth, trying to understand the truth of you. And here this person was breaking up the false foundation, maybe not on purpose, they just being themselves, but breaking up the false foundation here, okay, in your life, your world, your mind, and all of that shit, so that you could come into the reality of yourself, of your truth, and this is at the beginning of the reading, this is what you're looking for. Heart turned to stone, I am hearing. You cannot break it up yourself. Their words, their ideas, this person is Queen of Swords upright, their words, their ideas, okay, this creature, this spiritual being, okay, was sharing with you, okay, simply who they were, breaking up ideas, falsehoods, so on and so forth, okay, but it was breaking up in your being because maybe you had a strong belief system, whatever. But you did this with this idea of, when this person probably, they were just being themselves. Okay. But you just took it as a personal affront that all this shit that was happening to you within based off this person and their words and that just simply their life, being the being that they are was the truth. Okay. You could not handle it. And you didn't tell them, you weren't being real with yourself, which is what you're trying to do now. Okay. You're trying to be real with yourself now. But you couldn't handle it and you couldn't tell this person, listen, you different. You saying shit to me that got me fucked up. I ain't never heard no shit like that before. I grew up, my foundation is ABC, and then you telling me something totally different, and maybe this person was showing you, see you research. If they were showing you books or see this, look where I got this idea out of, or whatever, you're researching. You may be trying to go find that material that person was sharing with you before. Let me look at this again. I remember these words because now you're trying to find the true you because you're bored with the false you. The world the you that you were given and told to be. Okay. And it's like now it's like it can't be. It's got to be more. And now you're hearing this person's words in your ear. And I'm hearing now you're stuck. You can't seem to find yourself. You can't seem to find your way. You betrayed this person. You did some magic on this person just to shut them down because you couldn't handle it. And the reality is that you couldn't handle you. Your spirit was calling for this person. You were meant to meet this person. Your true self was calling for this person, this energy. You would find it in somebody. But see, when you found it here in this person, and then you betraying them and you backstabbing them and all of this type of thing and doing magic on them and all this type of shit, well, you've shown yourself you're not worthy of you. Okay? Or Cancer, maybe this was done to you. Okay? Feel like you are weak now. If you felt like you could not grow here with this person, like, if you all were in a romantic relationship and maybe, people get to talk about how they can grow, not just together romantically, but, financially, what we can do to grow financially and all this kind of stuff. If you felt like you could not do that then with this person, it's like you damn sure ain't doing it now. I'm hearing by yourself on your own. It's like no one is there. Okay, or who the people that are there, it's just like everybody you look at, you may be like, that's not the Queen of Swords. Okay, maybe that's a good person right there. You can tell, but that's not the Queen of Swords. Okay, that's not that person. Okay, and I feel like you want that energy back around. Okay, they're not coming. You did the spell work. You did the spell work, okay? Or a Cancer, again, maybe this was done to you, but let me just flow. You did the spell work to keep them away. I don't want them to cross my path no more, okay? Instead of going within and just being real with yourself, damn, this bitch fucking me up right here. Tearing up my fucking foundation, oh my God. Let me tell the bitch, don't talk about that shit no more. It's fucking me up. Instead of just being real. You did, I don't want, You did spell work, bitch. Keep this bitch away from me. They don't ever cross my path, and they're not. They're not going to. You're not going to ever see this person again, I feel. Come in contact with them. Okay. And, you might see them, okay, in passing or something like that, but not in. But then again, you may not. I mean, your wishes have not come true. Okay. I mean, like you lied, you refused to reflect, okay, on like the situation, on the truth of the matter. You just resorted to, you betrayed this person because you could not handle the words of truth that your soul was seeking, so that the true you could emerge, not the fake, false, matrixy you, okay, that was molded and shaped so that to fall in line with this world. I feel like you feel so disempowered. Okay. I mean, like, I don't have no money. I don't have no friends. Like I'm here, like I could not awaken to myself, my truth. Okay, I left this soul being. Okay, I left them alone. Okay, without me, without any regard for how they felt their hurt, their pain, their wishes. You were so busy looking at this person as an object. Okay, and I feel like you may be in a situation where you just can't even think straight, honey. Okay. Okay, and this may be would have been the outcome, okay, for your life, the truth of your being that was uh meant to come forward here, this King of Wands energy. Okay. Hmm. You may be, you want them back, you're hoping they come back, but I'm just feeling like they won't be back. Okay, that's all I have, Cancer. They won't be back. That's kind of sad. Okay. Or Cancer, if this was done to you, okay, whoever, if somebody did this to you, you will not be back with that person. Okay. You're not going back. Okay. I'm saying it like if it was the other way around. Okay. Take it as it resonates. But, if it was just for the comfort here of your sensibilities, you will not be back here. Here we have from the Inner Garden Oracle, warmth. Okay. A new voyage will fill your life with untold memories. Just I feel like, Cancer, from this, it's not so much the person here that you need to be longing for, their energy. Whatever they said to you, the things that they said that was breaking up your foundation, and that's gonna be some scary shit. Okay. I feel like, hold on, okay, to those words. Whatever you're researching, continue to do that. Okay. Remember the things that they said, especially the things that made you feel the most uncomfortable. Okay. Now, if you did some work on this person, you need to damn apologize. But first, apologize to yourself. Okay. Forgive yourself for doing that, because you ended up hurting yourself. Okay. Don't give up, because you're longing, but it's not so much this person you're longing for. Okay, it's the new thing within, the true you within that you're longing for. So that time that you spent with that person, whatever was said here, that's ringing in your ear, remember those things. Not to ruminate and beat yourself up and all of that type of thing. No, but to continue to research. Okay, if that person shared books with you, videos, things like that, look at those things and see how they resonate with you. Okay, I feel like you're at a point now where you are beyond looking at them from a place of fear, okay, and trepidation. But now, like, this I connect here. There's something in me that connects to what's being said. Okay, and I'm ready to go forward into my truth and be that King of Wands. All right. I certainly hope that resonated with some, Cancer. I ask that you all like, share, and subscribe. To those who have subscribed to my channel, thank you. If you have not, but you watch my videos, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, thumbs up, comment, come over, see what's happening here at I Am the Monat Tarot. You all have a favor. Peace.